Previously on Tales from the Coast. Now comes my favorite part. Let's make a deal.
Let's make a deal.
As you turn and look in the crater, there's a humanoid figure made of pure radiant light.
I don't care about their misery, only my joy.
The rest of you are just rocked by this pussy explosion.
Don't you worry, little buddy, I gotcha.
And you just hear the squelching of thousands and thousands of maggots.
I cast Precipitation on every square foot of my body.
Welcome, one and all, from Golden Guild Hall to Sloppy Tavern Brawl. Come now and listen close to Tales from the Coast.
Back with just you and the squelching of thousands of humanoid-faced maggots.
Is now a good time to do a perception check to see what's around us?
Totally.
Oh, I'm all up in that too.
Ooh! 10.
How long did it take us to get him back up?
You have disadvantage, Paul.
Like a few minutes?
Oh, yeah, because I'm exhausted.
Just a few minutes, yeah, to get him reoriented and back on his feet.
Yes.
I get 816 on my perception check.
Cool. Yeah, just out into the darkness, all you see is just more of these maggots.
As I start to help Marcel up, I guess he's the first, me and D'Artagnan are the first people that he kind of sees coming to.
Mm-hmm.
To heal the wound a bee had made upon a kitty's face. Honey upon her cheek she laid, and bid me a kiss the place.
You did who? Honey on what's face?
I want a kiss, Marcel. Mwah. I'm going to slap him and say it's good to see him. We've got some serious issues, though, and I believe that someone's here.
So you kissed him?
Yeah, give him a quick little kiss.
Yeah, you also know that I just tried smearing honey, that disgusting honey pot, all up in his face. So there's still lots of it. You probably just got some of that up on your lips.
Roll a d4.
Yeah, you know, like adolescent, drunk for the first time, real sloppy, goopy kisses. It's like a big strand of slobber comes back from your lips, but it's like the honey pot's goop.
Oh, it's the one that like strings out and then snaps and just comes down your lip.
Yeah, exactly. One of
Your
those.
chin. Yeah.
Do I get any health back?
It's some residual HP.
Akara, what are you doing?
I guess now that we got flax back up, I'm going to retrieve the torch, burn off the last little demon guts and stuff off of myself, and now, I don't know, just make sure that there's nothing sneaking up on us. Just do a little perimeter patrol.
Nice.
Wait for everybody else to get flax.
We could try to draw
Flax,
it
the
out.
famous flyer flipper, fully functional.
As you do the little walk around Akara, it's really hard to get a bead on if anything else is down here, just because all you can hear is the squelching movements of these thousands of little bodies.
Gross.
Disgusting.
Yeah, very, very disgusting.
We could try to draw it out.
Listen, I think the only way is through the maggots, it seems like.
Let's burn all the maggots.
That's not an awful idea. We got a lot of hot coals here. We could just we could walk on these coals and burn them. Well, we could not walk on the coals, but we could throw the coals on the maggots. Maggots burn the coals, or maggots cool down the coals. We could walk across the coals. Dead maggots too.
Is there any way up? Keep going north, getting into the tower more directly?
It seems to be very, very level here. You haven't seen any other entrances, just more winding passages. This place does seem rather large, so you could press more into the center and look for a way up or maybe even further down, but you potentially run the risk of getting lost. Because as you move, even though you haven't gone very far into it, looking back the way you came, just from all these other maggots and stuff sliding across the floor, there's no sense of any tracks that you've left. Where you just were, however, there is a giant burn mark where a bunch of maggots were exploded and immolated from Akara's flaming breath. So that is a lasting mark, but just your usual footfalls disappear very fast down here.
Dang. Well,
Ideas, friends?
I do have chalk. I suppose if we chalk the walls, it would just get covered with maggots anyway.
Yep.
The walls are maggots, but you could chalk the maggots.
I don't think that would
No.
work. We could take a few steps back, and then we'll run really fast and jump on our bellies and slide on them like a big old slip and slide.
Oh, gross.
Nope. Oculus is nope.
All right, as you guys are down here, could everyone roll a d6 for me, please?
We sit here and make more decisions. Shit.
6.
5.
5. 4.
6.
Okay, are you guys still standing put, or do you want to get a move on?
Let's get a move on. Get out of here.
Well, where are we gonna go? We're just gonna get lost inside a maze.
You could go further north and kind of circumvent what appears to be the outside, or you could try and go in a little bit.
I want to go in because this staying on the outside hasn't really done us fantastic. But I don't. We gotta have some sort of method of not getting lost, though.
Is there any other way than going through the maggots?
No, you're basically in a labyrinth just full of
What about the
these
things we've
maggots.
killed? Did they stay on the ground?
Yep.
Okay, so every now and then, let's just pull off a maggot, light it on fire, sit there and watch it burn, and let it sit in the middle of the foyer or the hallway that we're in, and then that's just an indicator that we've been there before.
I wonder
Maggot.
how many of the big, mean, exploding maggots we're gonna find. What are we gonna do if we run into a few of them again?
Not stab them. Try and walk around them.
No stabber, no stabbing.
Okay, guys, I won't stab any more of them.
Yeah, they didn't seem that aggressive until the one was stabbed. That could have been an individual's temperament, though, because who knows what kind of souls these people used to, or these things used to be.
We'll avoid them at all costs, I think.
Like, I imagine they don't move real quick.
Yeah,
so
they
as
don't
long
move very fast, do they?
You didn't see them move very fast.
Okay. We didn't see them move very fast.
Yeah.
That depends on the individual soul. Just kidding.
they were the soul of, like, someone who could run real, like,
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt, he'd catch you. If it was Michael Phelps's soul worm, it would swim through all the other worms to get you.
Is this strategy okay? So as we start going,
I like
for
it. Yeah.
probably the first, maybe 10 minutes, I just want to be dropping one, and then my idea is if we stay in here for longer, then we start dropping two so that we, don't get lost in our own tracks.
Okay.
Okay. So from where you are, you could continue north. Once again, that's kind of staying to the outside. There is another path that dips into the right, just a little bit up. You can see that fading away into the darkness. Or there's a central path, which seems to run straight to the center, and then branches to the left or right.
Let's take the central path.
Okay, get to the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
So you head deeper in, and as you go, you hear more and more anguished cries, and a whole bunch of the soul larvae are riddled with little holes like parasites have eaten through them.
Hardcore.
Eat through them. The maggots?
Yeah, so some of them are missing eyes and are riddled through with like wormholes in an apple.
Gross.
Gross.
Yeah, super gross.
Let's keep going. Past the maggots, into more maggots.
We put a maggot inside your maggot.
It's like a maggot-infested maggot.
Ew.
It'd be
Squelching intensifies. Perception checks, by the way.
Oh. And while we're walking, are we stepping on the lots of these maggots? Well,
Yeah, and
it's-
almost like creepers of vines hanging from the roof. There's ones that are impaled on these chain hooks, gently swaying from the ceiling. So you got to step through those.
Disadvantage? Oh. Hey, what the fuck?
I got 7.
10.
18.
5. Oh, I do have disadvantage on it.
Akara, what did you get for perception?
No, wait.
8.
We're not poisoned any. Oh, we're exhausted.
Yeah, you're still exhausted. Was the highest 10?
Shit.
Oh, you got 14.
14? D'Artagnan, as you're stepping through these kind of hole-ridden soul larvae that are kind of gray and starting to decay, you see these tiny other little worm creatures kind of squelching in and out of one of the bodies, a few of the bodies.
Almost kind of like mind flare babies.
They look almost like earthworms, but with rotating maws with tiny little teeth.
I tell everybody about this meme. I'm like, y'all seen those little other worms? You see the holes? There's worms making those holes in the other worms.
It's a worm-eat-worm world.
Indeed.
Enough to make a person squirm. Ugh.
Okay, let's keep going in.
Don't go near them.
Yeah, stay the fuck away from one of those. Like, can we avoid them, or do they seem aggressive towards us?
Are they going into full bodies, like full-bodied humanoids now, or just
the
those?
grubs.
Okay.
Or yeah, just the soul larvae, which are still like almost the size of like a halfling, basically.
Wow. And we're grabbing one of those every now and then and still tossing it and lighting it on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you could try and traverse these dead and dying, like rot-ridden carcasses, or backtrack and try and find a different way to the center.
Would it be feasible to jump over them?
You could try.
How big of a pile of bodies is it?
There's probably like just interdispersed in this rough like 5 by 10 area. There's maybe like 4 bodies that are been like grayed and decaying, with all the little holes in them.
What kind of check would it be if we need to get through? Acrobatics?
Acrobatics, yeah.
Karia, can you put your shield up and we'll just run right behind you and we'll just help you with a strength check as you just charge right through?
Almost use your shield as a cow
Yeah,
catcher.
I'm game for it.
Okay, you want to go right behind him? You two just run, push this shield, and then Flax, me and you are going to have to kill any of them that we see that try and get on top of us, or on us, or in us.
Ew.
Sure.
I like the way you said that.
Yeah, just everybody grab the belt, the person in for you, and no stopping until we get
and
through.
clench your butt cheeks and keep your mouth closed.
Yeah, I'm tucking my. I don't have pants. So never mind.
So this is the order, and we're gonna run through.
Which is probably burnt to shit. You're like dick hanging out right now.
Basically nude.
You ready to dock with a grub?
I would have. Oh, I feel excited. Oh shit. I did have a poncho, but after swimming in those coals, it is like basically just the top part of it.
Yeah.
So like just about covers my nipples. Just about.
Okay. As you go, Akara, give me either... Are you trying to just brute force your way through, or are you trying to jump over?
No, brute force. I got the shield up, and I'm just gonna knock them all out of the way.
Okay, sounds good. Give me
as best as possible. Athletics, perhaps?
Yes. Give me 3 back-to-back athletics checks.
And because I'm helping him, does he get advantage?
Or just why don't you roll for athletics too?
Yeah, that works.
Do I have to?
3 of them.
What?
All right.
Three athletics checks.
18.
18?
25 with a natural 20.
Gangster.
So let's
And 6 with a natural 1.
Nice. Quite the contrast.
You have disadvantage on all of these, Paul.
Yeah. So an 8, a 7, and a 6, and my athletics is 5.
That's some good athletics, at least.
So lowest is 11.
Lowest is 11. And Akara, your lowest was 6, being the last one.
Yes.
So as you barge through, you successfully smash the first 2 of these corpses away. And as you do, almost like a swarming anthill, out of them burst forth a bunch of these tiny, disgusting grubs that have been living and eating these other ones, like parasites. And the first 2 burst forth fairly far away from you as you cave in their bodies and shove them out of the way. But the next one, maybe perhaps stirred just from the everything going around, bursts forth right as you're about to hit it.
Stopping your momentum.
Not quite stopping your momentum, but occupying your space as a whole bunch of them clamber onto your limbs.
Do we get a chance to try and attack these, since that was kind of our plan? If we could
Can I
save
just
them?
burn them off myself with my torch?
If they attack you and hit, you're really going to want to.
Fuck.
Oh, I want to already.
And Paul, what did you get again? The lowest was an 11.
Yeah.
With the car clearing the way, you're mostly on like sweeping duty, and anything that comes close to you, you're just shoving further, or anything that rebounds. Some of them do start to clamber up one of your limbs also.
Yeah. I don't think I want to go this way anymore.
Too late, we're already here.
Mhm.
Solve the problem in a second.
Okay, and everybody else, give me a dex save as you run through.
Marcel, light them on fire on Akaria. Kara.
22.
Nice.
11.
These creatures start running up you also.
13?
You manage to scamper your way through.
Down.
So who's getting mauled by...
All of us except for you, basically, and...
Yeah, so D'Artagnan, Victor and Akara have swarms of grubs starting to climb up their limbs.
So
Akara the
they're like
most.
pretty small though, right?
Tiny little creatures, yeah. And we'll do 3 attack rolls here for them. So Akara, this is on you. Getting an 11, as so far the grubs have not made it underneath your armor. D'Artagnan, on you. Getting a 2.
I'm just fucking so savage, you little fucking prick. Get the fuck out.
Oh, can I do a concentration check against all of these?
Yes. Getting a... For Constitution, getting a 2 for
Nice.
the first one. Next one gets a 3, and the other one gets an 8.
They all take 4 necrotic damage.
Okay, cool. As you run through, you see a good portion of them wither and stop moving.
Nice. And that's within 10 feet of me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's on some of us. So what is it looking like now that some of them start to wither and my mist starts to attack them?
They're just like parasites.
Right, but
basically,
how
just
many?
swarming.
Sorry, but how many is like on the people?
The majority of the swarm is centered just on the ground around these corpses, and you guys managed to evade the worst of it. But there's definitely a collection on the 3 of your bodies. You can spend an action to dislodge most of them on your turn, on your next turn. Which we're not actually in combat, so.
So is Akara the like most fucked? And, like they're
If-
like what? Like how big are they compared to like the regular larva we saw?
These are like normal sized grubs, they're quite small. Tiny little creatures. So if they get.
The only thing I can do is magic missile, and that I could overkill 3 of them, and that would really do very much. So I have a torch. I guess I could beat you guys up with a torch. And
Well, just like setting Akari on fire would probably be a good
Can I use produce flames, my juggle balls, and just like hold it up and try to burn away any of the bugs that are on them?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, I'll do
And
that. Try to assist.
awesome. Do you want to give me a performance check as you maybe like juggle these
Sure.
flaming orbs around your companions?
That's a 11.
11, okay. I think with a little bit of time and just some frantic movements, you managed to remove all of these grubs before they cause any significant damage.
Okay.
Everyone who you were doing it to is going to take just a touch of fire damage from it, though.
Sorry, guys.
Victor, you take
That's what I wanted.
3 fire damage.
I would
As
100% rather burn than.
these rot grubs are scorched from your skin before they penetrate. D'Artagnan, you take a single fire damage. I assume that negates to 0. And Akara, you take 4 fire damage.
I just want to sit around them and like let my mist try and find any of them that still might be alive. Like whether
Nice.
they went underneath our armors or in our bags or whatever. I'm just gonna try and like search them out
Cool.
for 2 necrotic damage.
Perfect. Yeah, some more of these tiny little creatures desiccated and kind of shrivel up from the necrotic damage, and you guys are in the clear.
Okay, that is fucking creepy. That would have been. Can I do an insight check to see what would have happened if one of those got inside us?
Mm-hmm.
For
Thanks.
20...
Can that be a nature check?
Or yeah, nature, whatever you want.
Either or, yeah.
I'd rather insight, to be honest.
Okay, yeah.
So +2 on that.
Looking at
+4 on that, 24.
the
23.
riddled corpses of the soul larva, you're pretty sure these things would have tried to find your... they would have burrowed inside of you and tried to kill you.
Jesus Christ.
I thought for a bit there that we were like real fucked,
Yeah, me too.
and like we could have been. So that's scary.
Welcome a little deeper into the mega pits.
The what?
The maggot pits.
Or the mega bits.
I thought you said mega.
Just on a side note, what were those cookies healing for?
I think it was like a D6 plus 2 or something like that. We'll go with that.
Did you have a quarter of a cookie?
I've got another one if you want
I
one.
have one. D6 plus 2, so 4 HP.
For a quarter of a cookie?
I got a full cookie.
Oh, nice. Okay.
How much do you get for a quarter of a
I guess you
cookie?
divide it by 4.
Yeah.
Whatever you.
What did you roll?
Magic cookies?
They were magic, kind of.
Yeah, like what we got from the witch. And I desperately need that because I was at 3 HP. Now I'm at a whopping 7.
Nice. Very nice. Alrighty. Looking around now, too, it looks like there is a large central chunk of this floor, or whatever you want to call this abominable basement. And not quite where you are, but it looks like if you go around another right, there might be some sort of entryway of some sort. And then other than that, there's just more paths leading off into the darkness and more squelching sounds.
Let's head that way.
Yeah.
Follow the sound.
Okay. Follow the sound or go to
The entrance.
Okay.
Okay,
What
so
about the other place? Like other ones were squelching sounds.
Squelching's basically everywhere.
Okay.
okay.
As you go and just kind of circumvent this main chamber area, it's
How big is this main chamber area?
pretty sizable. Like a pretty large creature could definitely navigate it. And as you go in, there's like an open doorway essentially into this just square, empty chamber. And looking up, it looks just like a mine shaft that disappears into the darkness far above.
Sorry, what's a mine shaft?
Just like a straight, like think of like an elevator shaft, just minus the elevator.
Okay. And can you hear us walking, or is it still...
Still just squelching everywhere. It looks like potentially this is the way to get up higher, but it's blocked off from above, and whatever platform that would come down is up top and not down here right now.
Okay.
Do you want to bring it down for us? To turn into like a spider, maybe?
Can't.
Or just wolves?
Looking up with your spear or dark vision, you can just make out it looks like the bottom of some sort of platform, and it's entirely, flush with the wall, so there'd be no way to get around it. Whatever mechanism is only from above, it appears.
Okay. Alright. Let's keep walking through this entrance, I guess. I'm kind of envisioning what we're going to be fighting here. Like, is this guy demoted into, like, some sort of, like, fiend that is, like...
Maybe he's a super worm.
Yeah. Like a human worm thing? Like, almost like a flesh golem, but
Like he's
not?
a queen worm?
Yeah.
What you remember of Malavie in
Shoot little worms
his
at you?
disguised human
Explode?
form was just sharp, angular features, pale skin, and piercing green eyes.
Okay. Something similar to me, then?
Mm-hmm. But what he is now, who knows?
Let's keep pushing forward.
Further through the pits.
Yeah, because I don't think we can go up, at least. You know what, before we go, can I investigate for any, anything hidden that would activate this elevator? Okay. Investigation 16.
Looking around, ironically, this room is actually probably the cleanest place down here, with just this solid metal floor, just clean angles. There's no muck, mire, or anything in this room. And it's actually a little bit more quiet than it is outside. If there was any spot to maybe get a rest, it would be this area. But then you run the risk of, if anything comes down here, you will be squished.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Let's keep pushing down the hall then.
Okay. Looking up from the entrance, there's two corridors. There's like a straight wall in front of you with two corridors that arc past them. Or you can turn right and kind of circumvent it.
Let's go right and try to circumvent it.
Okay. You arc around, and as you go, aside from just the squelching sound, there's like a burbling, bubbling, liquid noise.
So, like, deep down my gut, I feel like we went the wrong way, but honestly, in this place, I don't really think there is a right way.
I think this is potentially the most fucked up place you guys have been yet.
Agreed.
That's saying
That is
something.
really saying something.
I feel like we've already peaked. Like
Jump with the shark early.
yeah. Like, how are you supposed to top this? Maggots with faces?
That's how they sound, too.
Would it be we're gonna check to try to determine where the splurping is coming from. This new
You do a
sound.
perception check.
Hey D'Artagnan, you wanna give me a hand? Perception this area?
Yeah, I can look around. These kind of words are kind of... I think they're funny. I'm trying to listen to their stories every once in a while. Again, I fucked your wife. I think it's hilarious. That's a 7. And I'm so focused on those with a 7, I don't imagine I see shit laughing at the worms.
And sorry, what did you roll there, Flax?
Oh, I rolled a 2.
Nice. Yeah, just in between all the intermittent squelching, it's hard to say.
I've heard the sound of an ooze before, and I'm hearing it again.
Anyone want to bet if it's a news?
I don't think it's an use.
What is the fun, flax funky farm juice do again?
Provides dark vision.
Oh, that's useless to me. Okay, cool.
Ben, you should take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much I got of it.
Alright, I guess I will, yeah.
Just because if we're combating here, we're going to need you to have sword and board out.
Alright, well, you can take mine then, because I have one. And all I need is health. So, I'm going to be playing like a piece.
Could I do a medicine check to see how long a potion of poison resistance would last for?
Mm-hmm.
And can you split them?
I like
so
it.
it would last less in duration, but still have a
How
decent
much total
potency.
health do you
Give me a
have?
medicine check, yeah.
12. You've got 11 now, right?
Fuck! 8.
You're pretty sure it'll work, but you're not entirely sure how long. You think that the more people you split it with, the less likelihood it'll work.
I'll give you the quarter of my cookie.
I'll try.
Okay, you got 1.25 health.
Tyler, give me a perception check.
18.
Really?
Just in the
Sorry,
distance,
Tom.
you
You
think,
never
just
noticed.
for the
That's the funniest
split a
part.
second, you hear this like raspy, low breathing, something you haven't heard down here yet.
In the same direction that we were just about to pop a corner?
You're not entirely sure.
Fuck. And I can't see anything.
Does anybody want to make a bet if it's a slime? I mean, I don't, but would anybody if it was?
I think it's gonna be a slime.
You think it's going to be a slime?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. I don't want to bet for it, but I kind of want to bet for it.
Okay, let's bet. It's
Yeah, let's
gonna
pop
be a
this
slime.
corner.
No,
Let's
Okay.
pop this corner.
let's go.
Let's go in, gang.
Not bet.
All right. So you pop around the corner,
Who's
and
first? Flax and Akaria?
yeah, what's the order
You know,
here?
I'm always first through those doors.
The board, and then sure, I'll go behind him.
Darla, stay close.
There we are.
Okay, so Akara is leading,
That kid right there, I guess.
and then we
Kid
have
in the middle.
Ocelus in the middle, Flax near Akara, D'Artagnan and Victor in the back.
Yeah, as we pop the corner this way, I think.
Cool. Yeah, as you pop around the corner, it looks like you've come out on the opposite side. So you've traversed all the way to where the other entrance, to where the other pipes come to. And much similar to the burning coals on the other side, this side instead has just this pool of like purplish, brackish slop that's just slowly bubbling before occasionally being shot up at the pipe by some unknown force.
Oh, fuck, that might be a giant ass slime.
How far away is it?
From you
pool?
guys, there's like a grated wall in front of it that you can just see it through, which goes side to side, kind of like there is that grated wall that you walked across on the other side. It's probably like 40, 50 feet away.
Someone throw a rock at it.
I suggest we back up, or like try to go around it, because that's like the other way out, right?
Basically, we can either run down to this, like, garbage waste disposal pool chute, or we can turn around and try and stay in this room some more. But I think I've got an idea. So I'm going to wink at all of you guys and say, I want to take the sample down there, and this is what we are here for. I'm Victor, of course. I will go down there and grab one. Hopefully being deceptive. I guess so that would be deception is +2 on that.
Okay.
Sorry, +1, so 13.
13. Okay.
What I'm trying to do is sneakily tell them that I think someone else is in here, and I think if they want to attack me, their opportunity to do so would be while I'm alone. So I'm gonna walk over there, and you guys are gonna pretend to not do anything, and then I'm gonna need heat back up.
Okay.
That sounds like a good plan. So you're going to step forward while they kind of stay back.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like being somewhat close to them, but like starting to like kind of jog my way over there and like open my backpack. Although seared, I think we saved most of the stuff in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Your bag's a little scorched for sure, but otherwise pretty
Like
intact.
not losing the contents in it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out. I've got a few empty vials, and I'm gonna go try and pick up some of the slime and just put it into one of those vials, and then jog my way back.
As you head over to the pool, give me a perception check.
For +4 on 8 is 12.
12. Okay, cool.
Do I get to the pool?
You get to the pool, and you bend down to sample some of it.
And are they watching me?
I assume so, yeah.
Before I go to kneel down, I'm going to do a nice hard perception check and then look back at our team and kind of go,
Perception check is going to be that 12. And as you go down to kneel, you hear inside of your head a voice say, "The itsy bitsy vampire comes into my web. Soon the itsy bitsy vampire's going to be dead." Something is going to strike out of the shadows at you.
If I can, try and turn into a wolf. Whoever's initiative goes first.
Okay. This is a surprise attack, so it gets to go first. Getting a 17.
That does hit.
You've been staked through the heart. I need a constitution save.
Okay. For 15.
Fuck!
That's not good enough. Everybody roll initiative.
Can we see what stabbed him, or is it just more of a shadow? Kind of thing?
It happens very, very fast.
You got a 20.
And you see this dark shape burst from a shadowy corner, and its long, gangly limbs with a dark, spiky tail, and it's covered in long, sharp barbs. Osseous, you briefly see piercing green eyes flash in the darkness.
Jesus.
And as this stake pierces through your heart, Victor, you're paralyzed.
Fuck.
And not a ton, but you take 6 piercing damage from it also. And Victor, in your ear, you just hear, "Long time no see, Victor." Flax, smack me if I miss your turn this time.
What was your initiative?
I got 24 this time.
Oh, okay. Well,
Nice.
it's hard to skip you when you're first.
Oh,
Maybe.
but Cam will try.
Alrighty. So starting us off is going to be Flax with 22.
Cool. So I'm going to try to. Can I reach Victor?
It's to scale here.
Yeah. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Should be able to make it to him. I'm gonna run up to him, and
And sorry, one other thing actually too. This thing would have grabbed him and started moving with him.
okay.
So we'll just put him just to there.
So I'm going to. I should be able to reach him. I can dash to him, and main action try to pull the stake out of his heart.
It's going to be on the. He's being held by this creature, so he's on the opposite side.
Okay.
So it's like someone that has you basically like frickin'
You're basically like hostage
Body,
situation.
yeah,
Yeah.
How big is this thing, though? It's pretty big.
It is medium, so like a humanoid kind of size.
Is there any metal on this creature?
None that you can see.
None that I can see. Okay. Well, I guess I will go and cast Fairy Fire on that area.
Okay, sounds good. Needs to make a save.
Yep.
So in a brilliant flash of your hellish flames that get lit up, a whole bunch of the maggots ride the ground get lit up, and you
Okay.
can see this thing's outline a little more thoroughly. It looks kind of like if Gollum was fucking jacked and covered in massive spikes.
Huh.
Oh.
one big massive eye.
No, 2 leering eyes.
Well, Flex, let's get you those ones too.
Yeah. And then I will. So come here, use Fairy Fire, and then I'll bonus action cast my Bardic Inspiration on Akara.
Okay,
Yeah, my
and
turn.
your Fairy Fire DC is at 12 also?
Yeah, DC 12.
And this is Wisdom, correct?
Dex.
It fails and is lit up.
Fuck yeah.
And that gives us advantage on it.
It does.
Woo! When it works, it works. And Akara, you have a D6 Bardic Inspiration dice
Which is also works for attacks.
and AC.
Good to know.
Battle
So-
bard.
How far away am I from this figure who's grappled Victor?
It's about 25, 30 feet to reach Victor and or the guy holding him.
In that case, he's got Victor grappled. I'm gonna. Is he fairy fired?
Yes.
He
yes.
is, yes.
In that case, I'm gonna just drop the run up, drop the torch as I go, and grab the longsword, and that's 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Fuck. 5 points of the
5 points of slashing damage.
silver slashing damage, if it matters.
Cool.
Good job, Ben. Thank you. Saved my ass.
That brings us to Ocelus.
Alright, then I am going to dash as a bonus action, so that gives me 60, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Because I want to cast Catapult. Is he in cover? So the thing about Catapult is it's a dex save, not a ranged attack. So as long as I have a line of sight on him.
You should be good.
Yeah, sounds
Cool.
good.
Alright,
Go
he's
for
got to make a dex save.
What are you going to catapult at him?
What's around me? That's
Torch was just dropped.
There was a torch that was dropped. There was, I
long
assume,
as
some of the alchemical supplies that were
Could
perhaps
you catapult
dropped.
him?
My whole backpack.
as
There's
long as it's
maggots
between
everywhere.
1 to 5 pounds.
Catapult
torch?
one of these fucking maggots at him.
What kind of alchemy stuff? Anything look flammable?
Roll me a d20.
11.
Do you have any oil on you?
I have oil and I also
I
have
do.
alchemist fire.
Ooh. Yeah, I was just gonna do like on an 11 or more, either oil or alchemist fire was present on the ground, and on 1 to 10 it wouldn't be.
Okay, I rolled an 11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to do the alchemist fire then.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So you catapulted at him, and he gets a 16 for his save,
Dang.
That misses.
as this alchemist
Well,
fire.
it's a save, and on a failed one it takes the damage. But if not, it just hits the next solid surface.
It shoots past and explodes on the wall nearby, burning a whole bunch more maggots.
Cool.
Wow!
I guess I'll use the rest of my movement to maybe flank him, because it was only 30, right? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Now it is Malavie's turn to go, and it casts darkness on itself, and your fairy fire is extinguished.
Damn.
And then it spends the rest of its turn running with Victor in hand around the corner.
And into the maze we go.
Yeah. And Victor, you just hear in your ear this putrid breath saying, "Victor Valentine, I've waited a very long time for this." As you turn around the corner in a pool of blackness. I'm gonna die. That brings us to your turn, Victor. Constitution save, please.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
4.
I don't know why you always grab my dice. You
Even
never roll
through
good with
this intense feeling of hate and rage brought on from this incident, you're paralyzed and cannot move an inch.
He has to do a constitution check.
He does, yes. Getting only a 9.
2 points of necrotic.
2 points of necrotic. Sounds good.
I mean, I feel like that's fair to say. That, Like, it's still...
Yeah, because that's just
It's
around
not me,
constantly.
it's like a symbiotic relationship.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, and D'Artagnan.
Hi. I'm gonna get right up at this guy, and
Can you see him?
It's magical darkness, which I don't believe you can see through.
but can I see him? Can I see
You
Victor?
can't. He's in the darkness.
Okay,
You
then
can
I'm
attack with
basically
disadvantage,
running
though.
around this corner.
And start swinging?
What's that?
If you want to make an attack roll, it would be so with disadvantage, and there's a chance that you might hit Victor.
Yeah. So I'm basically gonna ready an action to swing at this monster as soon as I see it. Can I? Yeah, actually, can I tackle this? Like, can I just start like grabbing at things and like see if I can grab at them?
It'll be with disadvantage also.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, let's give that a shot. I'm feeling hot. What would this be, like a strength check or athletics check?
Could be athletics.
Ooh, I don't suppose 9, does it?
It does not, as you leap and skid as you briefly graze one of this creature's spikes, near miss as you arc and land face first in a pool of filth on the ground.
Which direction did he feel it?
So you jumped this way, and you just missed him on the left side.
And can I roll to see if my mouth was open when I land in the maggots?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah, your mouth was definitely open.
Oh, God.
And with that, back to the top with Flax.
30. Gonna stick around the corner, and I'm gonna use my Produce Flames juggle and just hold off on a turn.
Okay. On to Akara.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to resume long sorting.
You can't see him, dog.
Ooh, I can't see him.
Yeah, you can't
Somehow I
see
missed that.
You could easily reach to where you think he would be. He's within 30 feet of you, but he's shrouded in magical darkness, so you can't see him.
D'Artagnan tried to run on the ground and dive for him, and kind of touched him, vocalized that he touched him, and said "drat," and then deep throated a what you call it thing.
A maggot tongue.
Yeah.
Chunky mega boy.
All the time, it would really come in handy to have flaming breath.
There's a really good chance you'd flame Victor, though, too.
If it burns, it burns.
What are you gonna do, V?
I'm sure. I bet you it wouldn't burn as much as the fire in Victor's heart for his girlfriend. Hey.
Not enough poetry in the world is gonna bring him back, though. He dies.
I guess I'm gonna try to do what D'Artagnan did, but better. Run through there and hit him with the shield.
Sounds good. And, like, grapple him or just knock him prone?
No, just knock him off. I'm gonna try to knock him back away from Victor.
Sounds good.
Hit him with the shield real damn hard. And so I'm just gonna charge into the darkness.
Just real hard running and shoving.
I don't know. Should I roll random chance to see if I connect?
Just roll with disadvantage.
All right. Rob me of my natural 20 then, and that's a 17 athletics to shove.
You still connect. You're not too sure if you hit the devil or Victor,
In
but
that
there's
case,
still that.
I'm gonna spend that bardic inspiration to make that a 21.
Okay, cool. Yeah. You're still not too sure who you hit, but in the darkness there's a oof, and two bodies hit the deck.
Two bodies hit the
All right.
Let the bodies hit
I feel like I'm
the
contributing.
Let my bodies hit the floor.
Cool. Lossless.
Alright, so they're still shrouded in the darkness though, even though they're been knocked prone. Alright, I am wondering, I want to go up and basically attack. Would there be a way I could identify who was on the ground and then attack them in the darkness within a single turn? Because they're knocked prone and I can get there in time. Is there no way I'd be able to figure it out?
Yeah, this is his face.
Especially if I can't respond.
Yeah, because that's tough.
Yeah, like, basically I just want to cast Booming Blade on him.
Well, if you were to, yeah.
Without any means to figure out who's who, I'm pretty sure even if you hit, it's going to be a 50-50 chance who you hit.
Okay, then I'm just going to be a support class this time. How does darkness work? If I cast Prestidigitation in there with like sparks, would it light up at all, or would it just still be dark?
Wouldn't be strong enough. You'd have to cast a higher level light spell.
Like daylight.
I don't have that, so fuck. I guess I can't. Either I'm gonna kill you if I hit
Run
you.
up here and try to cut him off.
I guess so. Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. Then where was I? Right there. 1, 2.
I mean, worst case is you're feeling up the wrong guy,
4,
and it's him.
5.
Best case is
6,
it's me.
7, 8, 9. There. That was bonus action dash.
Okay.
And I guess that's it.
You can ready your action. Do something.
I'll ready it. Alright, at the very least, I'm going to ready an action that if I see anything that's even distinctly not Victor, I'm going to cast Booming Blade.
Sounds good.
Make a melee attack.
Sounds really good. That brings us to Malavie, who's going to stand up.
Saving not including me in the not cast Booming Blade.
Anything that's not Victor. Oh.
I just couldn't remember his name. Whatever is distinctly covered in spikes and not one of the party.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so it's going to make a couple attacks here. It's going to make 2 attacks at Akara, who's right in his face, and then 1 attack at the prone barbarian. So the 2 against Akara.
Can you see through the darkness?
You can, yeah.
That's a good spell for him.
Yeah. Only getting a 16, so once again, even through the darkness, not being able to see what's going on, you get your shield up in time. And then the one attack with his tail against D'Artagnan. Getting a 18 to hit.
Hits.
And you take 10 piercing damage as this barbed tail pierces into your thigh.
I am not looking great.
Victor, your turn once again. Constitution save.
14. Fuck.
It's not enough. You do, unless you burned it on something random, you would have had an inspiration from last session.
I didn't have it written down.
He didn't burn on anything though. Use it.
I don't roll again.
I'm imagining you like almost frothing at the mouth in rage and agony as you're just not able to break through the paralysis brought on from this wooden stake through your heart.
Yeah. Next person's turn.
Yeah,
D'Artagnan.
Hey! So even though I'm prone, can I like reach over and grab at where they are and try to grab anything? I'm grabbing for it. I don't care if it's the beast or if it's I don't care if it's the devil or if it's Victor. If I grab Victor, great, I can save him. If I grab the devil, great, he's off Victor.
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
You can stand up too, still, can't you?
Just crawling prone.
You can stand up, but
Just
I
have
like
your
that. It
movement.
just get over here.
Cigarette still in mouth, just fucking.
Crawling
I
through the
remember this
maggots.
when I
I'm
was
a hot dog you from my backside.
Exactly. Do I still have disadvantage because?
Because of the magical darkness.
But what about because they're prone?
They're standing.
They're standing.
Not anymore. We got knocked prone.
Well, Malavie stood back up,
okay.
and I think he's going to be dragging you with him no matter where he goes.
Okay.
Okay, so I have disadvantage.
Still exhausted too, right?
So that is what is athletics?
Yeah.
5, so 13 plus 5 is an 8.
Okay, cool.
18.
On a 1 to 10, you've grabbed Victor. On an 11 to 20, I'll have to do a post-string strike for Malavie. You've grabbed Victor.
Just some paralyzed legs.
Yeah, you feel just rigor mortis and just rock hard. It feels like his entire body is flexing like one of those little grubs was about to squirm into his butthole. And he's just iron still.
Can I use the bonus action to pull the stake out of his heart?
You have to find it.
Would he be still covered in darkness?
He is still covered in darkness because it's within a radius.
Could I?
That's going to
Feel him
require a
up?
full action, but you can
Okay.
definitely feel him up this turn.
Okay, I'm gonna start feeling him up, see if I can figure out where, like, what part of him I have. Make sure I'm not like 69 him or something.
Give me a perception check.
Don't grab the wrong wooden stake.
Oh, that's 8.
As you grab him, you think you have him from the front, but it's hard to tell just because he's so stiff as a board, and you've got him from the backside, so you spend a little bit longer trying to flip him around before you can flip him onto his front with a... Actually, sorry, other way around, because the stake's going to be protruding from his back.
Okay.
But you do find it, and you will be able to pull it out on your next turn.
Okay. And can I use any of my movement speed to crawl away?
You can't tell the team where you are.
Yeah. I'm gonna shout out to the team. I'm gonna let them know. I've got Victor.
You move away, but you will have an opportunity to attack against you. and
Okay,
this
then
thing
never
can
mind. I'm
magically
gonna
see
stay
in the
there
dark.
for now
Alrighty, well done.
with Victor.
That brings us to Flax at the top once again.
Okay. Don't think I can cast. Can I? Don't think I can cast Bardic Inspiration. I have to see someone.
You only
right?
have to hear them.
I only have to hear them. Okay, I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Victor then.
Okay, what are you telling?
Don't die, buddy.
Inspiring words. More inspiring words have never been spoken. Don't die.
I know you've been stabbed, but stab him better!
So that's my bonus action, and then
Hitting you with a wooden stake was a great mistake.
the main action, I'm just gonna rifle my fucking flames in and hope I hit something.
Okay, sounds good. So it'll be a spell attack.
Yeah, with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That is a nat 1.
Well, you don't hit Victor or D'Artagnan, luckily, but it shoots through the darkness, and you just hear some feeble wailing as some more of these poor soul larvae just get lit up.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my my movement to go hang out with the brother with no brother. A brother with a no father.
Brother with no father. We'll figure out something.
I like it.
Okay.
The
Akara.
laddie with no daddy.
Oh, yeah, the laddie with no daddy.
I guess that takes it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so
You've
I'll
heard.
call out to D'Artagnan. You got Victor.
Yeah, that's what that's what I fucking said. I didn't go British there for a second. I said I got Victor
Hold
right.
on.
I say it.
You say hold on?
I said hold on to it. And I'm going to try to grapple Mr. Spiny over here.
Okay, give me a
Careful of the
strength check with
spikes.
disadvantage.
All right. Ooh, that's only 9.
As you lunge to the darkness, you just feel a large, scaly hand grasp you and redirect you and throw you past it. You collide with the maggoty wall and are knocked prone.
You can't dodge forever. I'll show you that.
Okay. Ocelus.
I am going to now cast Booming Blade, finally. And let's see what happens. And is anyone adjacent to him enough?
For sneak attack?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I think that's going to hit, even for 19.
Most certainly does
And
hit, yes.
man, I rolled some good dice. That's 7 plus 6, 13 plus another, I believe it's 3 for my dex mod, so 16 damage.
16 damage. Very nice.
And yeah, if he moves, he takes another d8 damage.
All right, you hear him grunt in surprise as your cutlass
Cutlass, yeah.
rakes into him.
And a bonus action, disengage just out of reach, because again, I'm gonna die if I take a single hit.
Okay. That brings us back to Malavie. So you're prone with Victor? Or did you stand up to do that grapple there, D'Artagnan?
I stood up to do that grapple.
Okay, cool. It's going to make 2 attacks with advantage against Akara with both of its claws. Getting a 21 on the first and a 17 on the second. So that'll just be the 1 hit then, hey?
Will be.
All right, you take 6 piercing damage as this claw rakes across the top of your head. And then 1 attack against D'Artagnan here too. A 14.
Fuck, it hits exactly what it needed. I have 14 AC.
You take 10 piercing damage.
I'm down.
No.
Oh.
Cool.
How many attacks have we landed on him? Exactly 1?
There's been a couple.
Okay, good. Fuck.
Hit somebody at some point.
Mm-hmm. That brings us to Victor. Constitution save.
Fucking finally.
Is that a
21.
20?
21.
Yes. With primal fury, your claws and talons growing, you reach down and rip the wooden stake out of your chest.
In my head, trying to be as calm as possible, because I've heard of this happening to vampires. I was trying to recite some poetry just to keep me stable, and I was just finishing Dylan Thomas's "Do Not Go Gentle in the Good Night." The wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning. They do not go gentle into the good night. So I want to pull out this stake, and can I see him? No.
You can't see him, but you know he's right there.
I'm going to use my bonus action to use my extra. He has to do a Constitution save.
Gets in at 20.
At 20, shit.
There's going to be 2 con saves that we missed from the last consecutive turns though as well, so I can roll those ones just to give him a little bit. Gets at 18 and another nat 20.
Jeez, what a bastard. Okay.
And the Constitution save was not your main action for the turn. That was just to start things off.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Looking for...
What level of darkness this was cast at? For 16.
Just the basic one. So second level, I believe darkness is?
And you have to beat it, if I understand that correctly?
Yes.
Wait, how's darkness work?
You can cast light levels above it to counteract it. But casting at a second level then wouldn't do anything. Darkness would still win.
I need to go back and make a Constitution save for him, though, since he took damage.
Right.
For concentration.
Okay.
Which he gets at 20-something.
Fuck.
Ah!
I'm going to use my bonus action to healing word on my friend D'Artagnan and get him back up, and I want to basically stand right beside him.
Sounds good. I like it.
1d4, I believe.
Plus your spell mod.
Plus 2. 5 health.
And D'Artagnan, breath comes flowing once more through your chest as the man you're just trying to save saved you.
Well, howdy.
Howdy, partner.
Is my cigarette still in my mouth?
It's dangling. Like, nobody can see it because of the magical darkness, but it looks fucking badass just dangling to the side of your face. And it's your turn.
Perfect.
Get back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back up.
Do you have a rage left?
And yeah, I'm gonna go into a rage with my bonus action and use my regular action to attack this motherfucker.
Awesome. So the disadvantage is negated. I guess if you reckless attack, it'd be negated.
If I reckless attack, it'd be...
It's just a regular throw.
It's just a regular attack.
Do it. Just freaking grab that axe and just swing it into the darkness.
And that's
That
a
might
13 plus 5.
And
That hits.
oh, that's a good
Yeah, that's
D12
massive, dude.
roll. There we
That's
go.
a crit
12
D12.
plus 4, so that's 16.
Okay, so 12.
So actually
16.
that's 5 radiant damage.
Okay.
Because I get a +1 on radiant. And then I also get +2 for my rage and plus 3, so plus 6 damage on top of the...
On top of the 4?
Or on top of the 16.
Okay, cool. So 22. Yeah, so you slice into this thing through the darkness, and you get the feeling that you've sheared through some of its spiked barbs that shoot off into the darkness.
Nice. Constitution.
You got a crit fail.
Oh!
His +7 Constitution will not save him.
How many barbs did this guy cut? Did this guy just chop off?
So as the darkness just reverts back to normal darkness, you all see part of its face is being cloven off, and one of its eyes is like wilting shut, still lambent green, and a whole bunch of spikes on this side have been sheared in half.
Nice.
It's not quite bloodied.
Where are we in the order? Are we top?
Back to the very top with Flax.
Relax. Okay.
Thanks for saving me, guys. I was scared there.
Yeah.
It's not over yet, but like,
That was tight.
yeah.
At least it's not insta-die.
Okay. I'm gonna look at this creature and use Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
Needs to make a save. I believe it's
Is that doing disadvantage on things?
Wisdom save. 12.
Wisdom save. It gets an 18.
Ooh, dang. Okay, that sucks. So it takes 5, 6, 7, half a 7, which is 3 psychic damage. And that's it when it misses like that. I think I'm still in range of him, so I'm going to disengage and back up a bit. Then my turn.
All right, sounds good. Next up, we have a Kara.
So I'm gonna stand back up, and then I'm gonna give a little bit of encouragement to myself and my friends. Call out, "Doing good, boys. We got them on the ropes. Push on." And I'm gonna regain 7 hit points, and D'Artagnan, Victor, and Ocelus all regain 3.
Bless you, sir. I'm back into double digits, boys.
Woo!
And with that, I'm gonna stab him. No, I'm not. That's a 9.
Yeah. Perhaps you slipped on a grub while standing up, but 'twas a miss. Unless you have anything else, it'll be on to Ocelus.
No, that's all for me.
Cool. Then, one more time here. I'm going to see what kind of stuff is around me to throw.
Sounds good. There's one of those hanging chains with one of the hooks on the end of it's nearby. This one doesn't have a grub on it. Otherwise, there's some metal rubble of what looks like a pole that was either broken or damaged in some way, and then just more grubs.
Cool. I'm gonna insult him and throw a grub at him.
Nice.
Just right at his face, and it's a dex save for him. DC 12.
That is going to be an unnatural 20.
Okay, well it doesn't hit, and there's a splat behind him.
I was picturing actually was he turns, and instead of colliding with his face as intended, it just shish kebabs the grub on one of the spikes.
Nice.
I'll live with that. That's a funny picture.
As he continues the turn, you just see the grub with this pained expression as it looks past you.
I'm sorry. And that's my
That's your turn.
And I have no more spell slots.
On to Malavie. This thing just hisses venomously and glares at all of you. A little surrounded now. And is going to attack Akara 3 times. So first 2 with the claws. Getting an 18 and a 10. So it'll hit once. And then with the tail, getting a 22. Akara, you take 16 piercing damage. And that is its turn as it stays put and kind of like guts down into this feral stance.
If he thinks that will stop me.
And then just bares its teeth and pulls out its claws. Victor.
I have 1 hit point remaining.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of, as he's just wailing on Akara, I'm gonna just like jump past the shield after Akara just blocks one, and I'm just gonna pull out my claws and just
block it with the shield. I blocked it with the face.
and I'm just gonna try and slice him like right down the face.
Cool.
4 is 10, and then if I roll that, that's not gonna do it. I'm gonna try to though. So 10 plus 6, 16.
That hits.
Nice. So he's gonna take 1d10, and then plus another d6. So he takes 6 poison damage.
Was that from the slash?
Yeah.
As you hit him with the slash, he just rears his head back up, and it appears to have no outward effect on him.
Fantastic.
Was the other one necrotic damage though?
And
He actually needs to make a save from his last turn too.
yeah, all the stuff that sorry. Now he has to make a Constitution save.
Cool. Constitution save is needing a 12. He beats that with a 16.
Damn it. Okay, so poison damage isn't gonna do much to him. Fantastic. Okay. I'm gonna stand right there.
Hiss at him.
Yep.
D'Artagnan.
All right. I am gonna mosey right up to this prick. I'll be like, you're a politician, weren't you? And I'm gonna swing for the fences again with my great axe because fuck this guy.
And you should have advantage now, right?
If you aggressively or what's it called again?
Reckless.
Recklessly attack if you want. You might as well.
I'm gonna recklessly attack. And that's a 16 plus 5, so 21.
Most certainly hits.
So we've got 9 plus 6, so 15 damage.
Okay.
And 5 of that is radiant damage.
Cool. This thing is now bloodied.
And as I swing my great axe at him, I'm actually like almost using the butt end of it to like go for the lower half of his body and then trying to slice him on the upswing. And I'm going, and as I'm doing this, I'm saying, well, I think it's time you get impeached.
Awesome. That brings us back to the top with Flax.
Okay, cool. Let's do some vicious mockery on this guy. Which I think, oh, you know what, sorry, let's do a flame juggle. I'll just try to hit him. Might as well. 13?
13 goes wide and more of the soul larva burn up.
That's it.
Akara.
You know what it is?
Black and yellow.
Silver sword time. And does a 16 hit?
It does.
Alright. That's 8 points of silver longsword damage. And then, you know what? I think it's that time of night. Action surge. I'm going to do it again.
Yes.
A 17 should hit as well. And another 7 points of silver longsword damage.
Awesome.
Just caution to the wind. Just lean in and just slashing away.
Well done. I like it. As you go from a near-death attack to just some brutal assaults of your own. And after Akara, Ocelus.
I'm going to pop in with a little boom boom blade. We got him surrounded, so I have to assume. Hey, it's 21. Holy shit. And I crit on all the damage.
Oh, god damn.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, that's 6, 14, plus 3, that's 17 damage. Right
Nice.
there. And he can't move without taking another 1d8 rather.
Awesome. Yeah, this Malavie is quite bloodied.
Can I push him so he explodes? I feel like that's a bad idea. Also, I can't. Boom! I just imagine if I was a badass character instead of like a little, like a child in a 20-year-old's body, just kicking him for the thunder damage to take effect.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That brings us to Malavie. It's going to split its... Did you disengage, by the way, too?
Oh,
Or did you
yeah,
stick
sorry.
this? Okay.
Yeah.
After this attack that you made against it, it's going to, as you step in and out, and you've done this a couple times now, it turns its attention away from everyone else and hurls a gout of fire towards you.
Oh.
Not getting very much, though. Yeah, only getting a 10.
Nope. I'm at cut 16. You see.
Nice. Thinking almost like Spidey sense, like scoot out of the way, and once again, more grubs start burning up behind you.
It's starting to smell a little good in here, though. I don't know why.
It smells like
Slimy, but
Slimy,
satisfying.
but Bear Grylls have munched the hell out of this place.
meta, but D'Artagnan just had a thought. What if these soul worms, what if one of them's actually D'Artagnan's girlfriend? And then keeps fighting.
Nice. Yeah, so that was Malavie's turn, so on to Victor.
How bloody does this guy look?
Pretty bloodied.
I want to just like squeeze in between Dar and him. Is he starting to like walk away from us as he turns to shoot this fireball?
Hasn't actually like stepped to move, but he pivoted away to hurl this fireball and then like pivoted back.
I just want to like fucking like kind of like Jedi kick him a little bit, just like pushing him forward, and then I want to just like cast a flaming blade and just like keep pushing him down the hall, just like bitching at him, just like it's Malavie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Malavie, and I'm just like start like just ringing through like if he knows who I am, tell me you know who I am before the vampirism, before all of this, like before all of this chase, before everyone got turned into a vampire, before everyone had to come in and burn everyone at a stake and you watched and you started all of it, hiding away in your tower, do you remember me?
I do. You.
I want to roll him.
The kick.
We'll totally. How do you want to do it though? Because Flame Blade is a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to try and strike him.
Okay, cool. Then the kick, we won't do it as it shot him back yet, because I feel like you would have to get like, at least a bonus action to kick him back.
Okay. So plus 4 for 19.
19, that definitely hits.
Nice. And he takes 3d6 fire. Please be decent. Fuck. 6 damage.
Victor, I'm sorry, but the 2 times you've hit him are the only 2 things he's immune to.
Fire too? Are you fucking kidding me?
Fire and poison damage. They're the only things he's immune to. So as you kick him back and like his knee kind of buckles, then you slash him across the chest with this flame.
He's just
sword.
smirking at me.
He smirks at you and says, "Yes, I do remember you.
Damn it.
You foiled my plan. You've done this to me. Reduce me to this barbed filth." And then it's D'Artagnan's turn.
Yeah, as this doesn't really work, I just
He's
want to
still in the
like
same square.
I just want to just take a step back then and just like almost as an invitation as this like big hulking devil behind me, just like carrying a fucking executioner's like axe. It's probably just dragging it as the
Like pyramid
like
head.
only like 10 steps away.
Smoke billowing out from my face. My eyes are glowing fucking red. And again, if I wasn't raging, you'd hear the thaumaturgy. As I come up with my great axe, and I'm going to recklessly attack this motherfucker. Because, yeah. Unanimous vote. Fuck you. 22.
That definitely hits.
13 plus 6, so that's 19 damage.
19. Okay.
And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to kind of hit him with the top part of my axe, and then almost kind of like back swing through, up through the top part of his sternum, almost trying to go across, like from the lower part of his abs all the way to the opposite side of his shoulder, almost slashing across the part of it, like the center of his body.
You rip it open its torso, and it begins to gurgle as it is blasted backwards. You can roll the damage from
1.
its neck also snaps violently as that damage goes off, and it lies limp on the floor, gurgling.
Yeah.
Gross.
Wait. What killed it? The one or me hitting it?
You.
You did.
Okay,
That
because
was
that's
just
a
flavor.
kill for me.
That was just flavor.
Kill tally plus 1.
It's still
Jesus, you have
gurgling
actually-
on the
you gotta
ground,
kill Tally.
but clearly its life force is bleeding out very fast.
I want to just like walk over to its. Do you want to do the punchline of, well, you're gonna remember me?
No, this one seems like yours.
Sheesh. Yeah, I'm gonna walk over and just like.
What would Victor do?
He would want to jump on this thing and yeah, I guess he would explain that as he walks over and just like throws the flaming sphere or flaming sword away as it disappears into the. I guess there's still some darkness.
I don't know
Saying-
if you would want to, Tyler, but if you want to channel your memories of Eva, you could try and use her as a focus to cast Moonbeam and burn him to bits.
Wow, yeah, that would actually be pretty cool. I don't have any second level spells though.
Oh, shit.
I just used the last one. Fucking part of resistance.
One of those.
Yeah, I wanna explain to him how bad I want to just take my claws and just rip him apart, even if he is resistant to it. I just want to just like tear him apart, and then I want to look to like the hole that's in my chest and tell him that he would have beat me, and that I've taken apart and killed many, like hundreds of years ago, everything that he made as an empire, and everything that he took away from me, I took away from him, and that via fair now. It's only that I decided to be good and get over what you did to me, that I could make friends and not be evil. Because if it wasn't for them, he would have beat me.
It gurgles at you and says, there's almost like this feverish glow to its eyes and just glaring at you as it manages to gurgle out the words, "You will never see her again."
Shit, yeah, I guess as he goes, I just kind of want to whisper into his ears. Grave men near death who see the blinding sight. Blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage against the dying of the light. He just like, he's dead now, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
As you bend down, you notice this creature isn't really wearing much, but in like either, sounds kind of weird, but like a pouch of skin or like belted onto its side is a bag you're familiar with. And it's got the initials EV stitched onto its sides.
Nice.
And it's one of two bags of holding that share the exact same interdimensional space that you and Eva used to share.
Cool.
You threw yours away out of like woe, misery, and pain long ago and thought this one long lost with Eva. But you found it.
Nice.
So now we've got a bag of holding?
I don't think you get to wear this one as a hat.
I want to pick it up. I want to pick it up and over our talk of walking and traveling together, and just the thought of knowing that I would not have been able to do
this fight, or like I'm not the soul bounty hunter that I used to be, like rolling by myself. I want to give you the bag of holding because there's nothing I want to do with that until I find her.
Okay, I'll hold on.
Just like the other bag of holding, I guess. Like it's you.
Is there anything in it?
And I don't even want to tell him like it's like what it is or like where it came from or whatever. I'm just gonna like give him to him. It's you.
Sure. Oh, thanks.
It holds a lot of things, I think.
I'll just like strap it around my chest, I guess, for now.
Cool.
Until I really learn more about it.
Okay.
And perception checks, everybody.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Bullshit. My nat 20 turns into a 16.
I was wondering if there's something I want to do to the corpse before we go.
Of course.
I want to cut out his eyeball and then take one of the spikes off of him and then put the spike through the eyeball and then save that for later. Maybe I'll put it on the other tassel of my hat.
Put it in your bag of holding.
I'll put it in the bag of holding for now.
How do you feel
Nice.
about him putting an eyeball in your bag of holding?
You know what?
with your-
Maybe one day all 4 little tassels can have an eyeball on the end.
Different devilish eyes.
Yeah.
I
If I got
like
a
you were-
spike devil, now I got an evil devil. Maybe I can put a big eyeball on there. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
can
gotta
we actually
haggle with the hag
a
here.
little like illustration of this guy? What kind of devil is he?
That's a barbed devil.
Barbed
Ooh, those things
devil.
are fucking ugly.
My character's hesitant to see you take the eye off of him, at least, just in case he were to ever be able to see again, or like if these things really are immortal. Like I wonder how much perception they still have. And then I guess when I see you just like fucking murk this thing, like pupil first, just like stick right through it. Oh, I'm gonna give you one of my the fire darts.
Oh, okay, sure.
Stab that right through the pupil.
Yeah. As I stab it through, I look at you and say,
You should write that down. You have a few of those now. Those are pretty good darts.
fire darts? How many did I get?
You have 2 technically now.
Yeah, one's piercing through the other devil's eye.
Okay, yeah. I'll just say, this will be a reminder of your enemy's death. Of your victory today, Victor.
And as you're standing over all of these corpses, perception checks.
Again?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What did you roll for?
16.
16? Cool.
14.
Oh yeah,
Ben,
I got a
perception
10.
5.
I got a 10.
Nice. Flax and Victor, the squelching intensifies, and it looks like all around you, the walls are just writhing, and all the maggots are enraged and shrieking.
Are they starting
That's
to
what I
like
was gonna
fall
say.
and starting to attack us, or like?
Yeah, and some are like gnawing at each other.
Oh shit! So it's starting to look pretty fucked up in here. Okay, let's run.
Can we run to the poop chute?
Oh god.
Yeah, the poop shoot's definitely the closest, or you
Yeah.
could try and work your way
Fuck.
back and jump
God
over
damn
the
it.
little
No.
death grubs again.
Poop shoot.
Let's
poop
go to
shoot.
the poop chute.
All right, up the poop chute we go.
It's okay,
Hell
you guys do that. I'll just climb up the fire pit again. I got it.
Okay.
As we do
Fine,
that,
jump-
I'm gonna
jumping
start
the grubs.
graveling through my bag, and I had my alchemist stuff out. I'm hoping, did any of it break? Because I was like just about to. Did I break a vial?
Roll me a d6.
5.
Hellshank Redemption.
3 vials have shattered.
Okay.
You still have a couple left though.
Okay. That leaves me with 1 empty vial left, and then some of that milky gravy.
Yeah,
is
this like
broken.
purplish souls. Oh yeah, the milky gravy stuff. Sure, one of those broke.
Okay. So yeah, I want to take. I want to take one of the vials of this purple stuff.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
As you touch it, it like makes you tingle and shiver with like fear and emotion as you touch it. Are you guys gonna start running up the chute?
Yeah.
Is it like Futurama where you just jump in the tube and you just go on?
You gotta start like climbing up, and it's thick and goopy.
Oh, okay.
And every now and then there's like a big forceful load that shoots up and out.
Okay. Can I try to, like, when the forceful load comes, hold my shield above my head and try to ride it up a bit?
You can, yeah. You might not want one of those forceful loads to actually come up while you're going up though.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Disregard.
Yeah, so you guys start climbing, and it's slippery going, but this muck is thick, and so it's not too bad to climb through.
Are we starting to hallucinate?
Not yet, but as you feel different parts, it's almost like liquid emotion of just a whole bunch of humanoids, like last living moments condensed into this purple goop, and there's shrieks of terror as people are murdered, or Maybe somebody died of old age. That'd probably be the best one you could get. And all kinds of horrible moments from all these other humanoids assault you as you climb. Can somebody roll a d20?
Is it technically water? Or liquid-ish?
Liquid-ish.
Can I use shape water?
Sure.
Nice. I can move a 5-foot cube away from me, and I'll try and lead the pack.
Okay, cool.
So just like spreading it as I go.
Cool.
It's just a cantrip.
1 d20?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 7.
You guys are good for now as a big bunch of it begins to burble down beneath you, but doesn't force its way up behind you.
Okay.
Swimming in a pool of emotions. My emotions.
My parents.
As you walk and crawl your way through this muck osseous, you get the memory of a father whose son died in front of him.
What? Why would you just say that?
Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's some dark shit. Somebody roll me another d20.
I'll do it this time. That's a crit 0, not 1, rather.
The burbling pool behind you shoots up and drenches all of you. On the bright side, it forces you all the way up to the top. But you're basically just assaulted by a physical runoff of fear, malice, and agony as the last thoughts of thousands of beings assault the party. Charisma saves everybody.
Okay.
16?
And my shape water doesn't help me here?
No.
This is a save or a check?
Save.
Nice.
Fucking 7.
17?
11.
Nice.
I'm
So
gonna
anybody
go for
beneath a 16 fails. And I'm going to need you to roll me D'Artagnan and Osseous. Roll me another d20 each, please.
That's 13.
Okay.
Also
13s. No.
2 13s. Very curious.
That's twice that's happened tonight.
You both are paralyzed as you suffer a bout of short-term madness.
Did they fall?
No, luckily you're in this like explosive forest of soul goop that shoots all of you out to the top.
Into that lake?
Oh.
Not into the lake, luckily, but onto solid ground, just covered in this soul slop.
Okay, yeah, if I
I'm
I
gonna
would
try.
see any of them. Who's paralyzed again?
Those-
Can we just grab them? Like, I'm gonna grab the smallest. And then these two, I'm guessing, could grab the card. And Dobby
Pull 'em
could,
out.
grab the other.
Amazing, by the way.
Look down his no penis.
And yes, you also get the impression that if you smack them, they should snap out of it.
Oh, I'm gonna smack the shit out of one of them.
I'm just gonna shake the young boy.
Thank you.
Nice. They both, after a few seconds, snap out of it.
D'Artagnan, wake up! Ah!
You're too angry to die! Smack! Well, you guys survived the mega pits.
And I feel worse for doing it.
Yeah, sorry, that place is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time on Tales from the Coast.